So I wanted to post this video on my channel just to kind of fill all of you in on what's been happening in my life over the past couple of years since I stopped making videos. And I will also let you know that a lot of the things that I mention in this video will apply for the Jeffrey in the channel as well. I just wanted this one to be a suspended reality, I guess just so I could be more myself while talking about things. Be just as awkward as I am in real life. Fantastic. I graduated from BGSU in August 2015, 2 years after I had stopped making videos. I ultimately graduated with a BAc in theater with a youth theater specialization. Now that was not my original plan upon entering college, but as you may remember if you watched my videos late 2014 into early 2015, my plans changed for a variety of reasons. And honestly, I'm ultimately happier with what I ended up graduating with than I would have been if I had continued the path that I was going down. So once I graduated, I was offered a job at Children's Theater Workshop in Toledo, Ohio. This is a youth theater company that offers classes for a variety of ages. I know that when I was with them, they had classes for age 5 up through the end of high school, but I know that they have since added on a class for even younger kids, so they go from age 3 all the way through the end of high school. And they also offer shows that these same kids can act in. So my job with CTW was actually twofold. One was to teach theater classes for the 5 to 6-year-olds. And the second was to be stage manager for 2 shows for 5 to 8-year-olds. So the 2 plays were Stories Under the Big Top in fall of 2015, and Once Upon a Crime, The Trial of Goldilocks in the spring of 2016. Both were scripts that I enjoyed, and I might go into them at some point, but obviously not this one. Also, in the fall of 2015, I directed my first ever show, The Suicification of Romeo and Juliet, for Horizon Youth Theater. Now, I'm sure I've mentioned Horizon Youth Theater in the past, but just in case I haven't, I will fill you in on that right now. Horizon Youth Theater is a youth theater company in Bowling Green that also offers classes and plays that kids can act out and be a part of. I had done things with them in the past. I was an assistant director once, a stage manager once, and I taught some classes. But this was the first time that I had directed a show. Now, it was a lot of fun. I had a fantastic cast and crew, and I also really liked the script, which is always helpful. And later that year, in November, I was in an Agatha Christie murder mystery, specifically, and then there were none. And that was also a lot of fun. I had been in an Agatha Christie murder mystery earlier in my career, and by career I mean freshman in high school was when I was in that. And in February of 2016, I was able to play one of my all-time dream roles, the Cat in the Hat from Seussical the Musical. It was quite literally a dream come true, and I had a blast playing that part. And now that I played it once, I want to play it again. It's just a lot of fun. And that summer, the summer of 2016, 3 big things happened. The first was that I was in a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. This was through Beautiful Kids, an independent Shakespeare company that performs Shakespeare in the Park every summer. I had actually previously done Midsummer with them 5 years before. This time I was cast as Demetrius, which was not a type that I usually played. But it was nice to play a type that I had not usually played. And thanks to that, of course, has to go to the director, my friend and now roommate, Abby. The second thing was that I took Seussification to Octa Junior. Now, Octa Junior is the youth theater equivalent of OCTA, which stands for Ohio Community Theater Association. OCTA is basically an event where theaters in Ohio come together and perform snippets of shows that they've done throughout the year. Now, I had done Octa Junior before, both as a performer and as a stage manager, but this was the first time that I had done it as a director. It, of course, went super well because, as previously mentioned, I had a fantastic cast and crew, so no real surprise there. And the third thing that happened was that I was offered a job at Klein Theater for that fall. Klein Theater is a youth theater company that is stationed in Invergrove Heights, which is a suburb of St. Paul, Minnesota. Klein Theater actually has 2 different groups that tour 2 schools in a very large area. I was part of Teaching Company, which has a collection of interactive lessons that tours 2 classrooms. And these lessons carry a variety of topics, which include things like bullying prevention, empathy, and respect. So I packed up things and moved up here to Invergrove Heights, Minnesota. That contract lasted until November, then I was jobless for a while, and then I worked with them again this summer. And in my travels with Climb Theater, I have gone as close as Invergrove Heights itself, and as far as both of the Dakotas. So that has been my life these past couple of years. It's been a lot of fun, it's been very eventful, very busy, and my hope is that the next couple of years and the couple of years after that, etc., can be just as fun and just as eventful. So that's that, and I will see you in the next video. Real quick, just before I officially end the video, as another postscript here, I wanted to let all of you know that I am planning on posting one more big video before I jump back into my themed days. I will go back to doing those themed days, obviously, since I described them to you in the video last week. But I want to get this last big video in first to basically explain why all of my characters are here in Minnesota. So that will be coming to you hopefully fairly soon after this one. Here we go again, looking at a screen, looking at a blank wall, because Jeffrey's not prepared to talk about what he wants to talk about. I'm gonna go top. Awesome. Hi, I'm back. Did you miss me? Probably not, because, you know, editing.